Good afternoon, CFA Upper School students. Welcome to Mr. Fee's Garage Part 1. We got a lot of good feedback from you guys, and it looks like most of y'all want to do car stuff, which I like it. So I was going to do changing a car tire first. However, I had one student email, that person will not be named, saying that they were driving with their oil light on and wondering if that was a problem. And yeah, that's a problem. Put some oil in your car. So before we get into how to check your oil, we're going to do a little first kind of car 101. So what I want each of you to do today or tomorrow, it's a weekend, do it over the weekend, is go to your car and go into the glove compartment. And inside that glove compartment, there should be an owner's manual. I'm pulling out one for my wife's car, the Honda Odyssey 2014. In this owner's manual is everything you want to know. It says in here, it talks about maintenance, which is oil, talks about handling the unexpected, what happens if your tire goes flat. Everything about your car is in this manual. Make notes, dog ear the pages to get to where you want to go. But read through the manual. It's very important. It's amazing to me. We just hop in our cars and we take off like, they're supposed to be magic, but they're machines and they're dangerous. And the manual's key. Now, the old Ford truck out there, the old 1977, does not have an owner's manual. So it has the Haynes repair manual. And they make these for all cars, even new cars. You can get Chilton, you can get Haynes. They're awesome. They tell you how to fix everything. Little different between the truck and the new 2014 Honda Odyssey though. So first thing you need to do, number one, go check out your owner's manual. Just look through it. See if it's got cool pictures. Honda does a really good job of showing everything that goes on in the car. Not sure about other stuff, but have it. It also will tell you, and we'll refer back to it, because when we do the changing of the tire, the jumping of the dead battery, helping someone else with a dead battery jump their car, we'll go back to the owner's manual and we'll refer to that to get how you do it for that particular car. All right, now another very important thing to have in your car is one of these little guys. They're cheap. You can get them anywhere, Walmart, AutoZone. It's just a little tire gauge. Now you can get really fancy ones, whatever, but it's pretty simple. You just push this little end right here on your valve stem and it'll kick out a reading, a tire pressure, and right on the side of your tire, and we'll go over this when we change tires, it'll tell you how much maximum PSI, pounds per square inch, goes in each tire. So if you think your tires are low, you can check it with this little guy. All right, but since this is about checking your oil, we're going to look at two different cars to do that with. So first, we're going to check the big Ford truck. All right, so let's walk with me here. Let's check it out here. Walk down the garage. Beautiful day today, by the way. All right, so a lot of vehicles, I'll get the sun out of my face. A lot of vehicles have a latch to pop the hood that's inside the car, driver's side, either on the left side or down on the bottom. There'll be a little hood and it'll pop that, but they'll always have a hood latch too. Now, my hood latch on this car is right down here. It's right here. And I already popped it, but I don't have to do it from inside because this is old school. So we pop up the hood and we look inside, and what a beauty she is. All right, so if I want to check the oil, what I want to do is I want to find the dipstick. It's a great word, dipstick. The oil dipstick on mine is right here. And what I would do is I'd pull it out, and right there it says add or safe, and there's a little line in there. Mine's low. I have a little rag here that I typically wipe it off with, but I know mine's a little low. I need to fill it up probably about a quart to get it into that safe zone. All right, now how do I put oil in my truck? Well, let's get the dipstick back in. Right here, this is the oil filler right here. All I do is unscrew that guy. Oil goes right down in that hole right there. Beautiful, all right? So, when should you check your oil to see if it's low? Every other time you fill your gas tank up. It's what I was taught as a kid. So fill your gas tank up, drive. When you go back to fill it again, just pop the hood, get a rag. They all have them at the gas stations, little blue rags by where you have the washers for your windows. Make sure you put one on your hand when you reach down in there because they're pretty dirty. Pull it out, wipe it, stick it back in, pull it out, check it. See where it says. See if it's good, bad. And then your owner's manual will also show you kind of if your dipstick where the reading is for if you need to add a little more or a little less. And the top of your dipstick, of your oil cap on newer cars will also tell you what kind of oil to put in it. All right, so let's walk over here. We're gonna look at the Honda Odyssey, okay? Gotta open the door. Oi, oi, vey. Climbing this thing. That's not built for tall people. And right down over here, way down on the passenger side, is a pulley. Click. And that's how you open the hood. All right. Let's go pop this hood. Let's see, maybe I could set it here. Maybe that'll work. I'm working with a laptop, it's not the best computer. All right, popped up. All right, now, there's always a little bar here that'll hold the hood up for you. Nice and timed like that on every car. Now, look, this engine doesn't look anything like the other one. I can climb in beside the engine in the truck and stand. Can't do that here. Everything's kind of hidden away. This is probably what your engine's going to look like more so than the one in my truck. So, very different looking engine. Where's the dipstick? You know, I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. All right, so right down here, very different. The oil dipstick is right here. Right here. And the oil filler cap is right here. And what it says is SAEOW20 engine oil. So that's the engine oil this car takes. So if I want to check this engine's oil, I gotta pop this guy out right here. Check it. Oh, it looks good. Yep. Sometimes you can smell it. Sometimes it's burnt. If it's black, it's burnt. It's no bueno. You need to get rid of that. Okay, so that's how you check your oil. Pretty simple. Very simple. Not as easy to fill up the oil on this Honda Odyssey because of where the oil filler is down here. So sometimes some people carry a little funnel with them that they put in so they can drop it in and then fill up the oil. All right, but always make sure you have a rag. One last tip before we close up. This little guy right here, see that? That's the radiator cap. All right, let's walk out the truck out here and we can look at that radiator cap. Here's the radiator cap on my truck right here. This gets really, really hot when you drive your car. I had a friend in high school, the car was overheating, he hopped out, he wanted to check the radiator, popped it off, radiator fluid blew up everywhere. He got third-degree burns all underneath his arm, all over the side of his face. It was bad. Don't ever, ever, ever take off that radiator cap when it's hot. If you can't put your hand on the radiator or on top of that and not say, ouch, if it says it's hot, don't take it off. Okay? So, let's recap. We should change our oil. We should look at our oil, check our oil every other time we fill up for a full tank of gas. And just check it. Because what oil does in an internal combustion engine is it makes sure that your pistons and the camshaft and the lifters and all of these things that are happening inside that big steel block of engine are lubricated and safe. Without oil, it's metal rubbing on metal, which creates friction, which creates heat. My sister, in her senior year, excuse me, in her senior year of high school, drove our Chevrolet S10 Blazer with the red light, with the heat indicator all the way over in the red. She disregarded it and she drove it, and the engine seized, which means the engine literally melted together. The pistons inside the block melted to the piston sleeves to the actual block of the engine, which is very bad. Can cause a huge fire. Dangerous, dangerous. So oil is very, very important. Okay? Any questions? Feel free to shoot them at me. Now next time what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about internal combustion engines, and we're also going to change a tire. All right? Thumbs up. Hope you learned something. Pretty simple stuff. Oil is very important. It's kind of like water in the human body. Like we can go for a while with no water, but as we go longer and longer with no water, we get sicker and we get more worn out, we get more tired. Eventually it's going to kill us if we don't have water. Same with an engine. You can run it with gas forever and ever and ever, but if you don't put oil in it, it'll run, and then boom, it's going to die. All right? Any questions? Again, shoot me emails. Miss you guys. Hope you're all doing well, and stay safe and have a great weekend.